Hey, what's up, everyone? This is a KMN 1971 back with another comic book haul. I hope everyone out there is enjoying their long weekend and hopefully enjoying some great weather. Kicking it off this week, Wonder Woman number 47, the variant cover, Jenny Frison, Wonder Woman and Supergirl having some ice cream to kick off the summer season. And love this cover, but after I bought it and looked at it for a little while, I don't know, something about Diana's face. She just kind of looks a little psycho there. I don't know. But these variant covers by DC, as I've stated before, I thought the B covers were the best deal in comics, but these variant covers, they're blowing me away. And at least in my area, they're selling out big time. The Matina Suicide Squad and Flash covers, the Batman B covers, the Nightwing John Romita cover, Jenny Frison, this Jenny Frison cover, and of course the Batgirl cover, which I unfortunately wasn't able to get my hands on. That came out this week by Joshua Middleton. But yeah, I think DC has something with these variant covers, which are basically kind of like Marvel's Young Gun variants, but I really dig them. So Wonder Woman number 47, we have a quirky Amanda Connor cover for Batman number 47. Really dig this one. Batman number 46 by, I believe it's by Carrie Andrews. I'm not too sure, but really like that cover. And I'm really happy that Booster Gold arc is done. Definitely the weakest arc in this volume of Batman. Deathstroke number 31 by Jerome Pena. And my cover of the haul right here, Flash number 46, sick Matina cover, and probably my favorite Reverse Flash cover to date. Another great Matina cover for Suicide Squad number 41. I'm glad that's getting rebooted soon. And finally, Scooby Apocalypse number 25, which features this pretty sweet Brian Hitch variant cover. And this was hot a couple of weeks ago because it features, spoiler alert, the death of Fred. And as we all know in comics, dead is dead, and Fred will never be back. Ever. Ever again. Well, probably in a couple of months, but... And, oh, actually, I do have one more current comic. Batman White Knight, number 8. I kind of regret missing out on this miniseries. I only have number 8 and number 3, but I would like to track the rest of it down just because of based on the positive buzz that I've heard of this book. All right, now on to the back issues. Now, let me just put this up there first. So, I've wanted to do a haul like this for a while. But over the last couple of weeks, it's presented me an opportunity to do so. This entire haul is like a very old school Bronze Age haul. In my usual hauls, I'll have some Silver Age, Bronze Age, Copper Age, current books from multiple companies. This is not one of those hauls. This is basically all Bronze Age. Old school in a sense that all of this has been, I picked it up in the wild at between my 3 local comic book shops. So yes, all of these books I basically put on my safari cap, loaded up my elephant gun, poured some life-sustaining ice cold Mountain Dew in my canteen, packed some of the finest sticky icky, and I went out there and I hunted down these books the old-fashioned way. So kicking it off is Wonder Woman number 204, probably either a 5.0 or maybe a VG+. But it was only $5, and it features the first appearance of Nubia. Wonder Woman number 206, and this is the second appearance of Nubia. And both of those books combined were $10. So this one's probably definitely just like a straight up fine. So until I can upgrade for better copies and under the radar prices, these will have to do for now. I ended up finding another copy of The Eternals number 3, this time in the dollar bin. So now I have 2 copies of number 3 for a grand total of $6. So yeah, I think anytime I can find any Eternals in the dollar bin that are at least in the fine to fine plus range, I'm going to pick them up, no doubt. So here's number 3, and I also found number 9. So pretty cool. And from here on out, it's pretty much just all Marvel Bronze Age. Also, not much DC in this haul. I'm glad I had those DC current DC variant covers to kick off the haul. Or this haul would have been basically all Marvel. So, giant size Dracula number 5. Pretty nice spine, I guess. It kind of flattens out at the end, but for $5, I'm not going to complain. And the significance of this book, if you're into that sort of thing, is this features the first Marvel artwork from John Byrne, who was kind of a big artist for Marvel back in the day. So, pretty cool. And another one off of my Tomb of Dracula collection. And I don't really see those annuals out and about very often. So, from here on out, also, all of these books are from the same collection until the very last book in the haul. So, all of these books range from $5 to maybe like, I don't know, like $9, $9.50 after I average it all out. So here's Submariner number 50, which features the first appearance of Namorita. Number 48, which features a crossover with Doctor Doom. Number 47, the first part. And a lot of these books also range, I guess, in value anywhere, well, for the most part, between like the $10 to $15 range. So to just snag all these little minor Bronze Age beauties for a great price like that, I'm pretty happy. So, where am I? Here we go. Incredible Hulk, number 198. There's going to be a lot of Versus comics in this haul. So, yeah, I had issue number 197, which features awesome cover by the late great Bernie Wrightson. I always wanted the second part of the arc, so very happy to pick this up. Let's clear some room out. Thor number 229, and as a Wolverine fan, I'm very happy to pick this book up because I finally ended up getting one of those advertisements for Hulk 181. This is one of those books that contains that advertisement. I guess that advertisement ran in this, Daredevil 115, an issue of Marvel Premiere that featured Iron Fist that I can't remember the number of right now, but I'm not saying that this is the first appearance of Wolverine or even a cameo, but as a Wolverine fan, I can't see how you wouldn't want to have that in your PC. And it's a pretty cool issue of Thor also. Fantastic Four, number 159. A book that's depreciated quite a bit ever since the Inhumans hype has finally died down. And that's when I swooped in. This book was only like $5, so awesome, awesome cover right there. Fantastic Four, number 150, which features the first, well, not the first appearance, but the marriage of Crystal and Quicksilver. That marriage actually lasted for a little while, too. Getting into some Iron Man. Iron Man number 76. This one is like near mint. It's crazy. Iron Man versus the Hulk, but after I ended up reading the story, it turns out it's just a robot Hulk, unfortunately. Another Versus issue. Iron Man number 66, Iron Man versus Thor. Yet another Versus issue, Iron Man number 54. Now, I believe in my last haul I showed, I showcased Daredevil number 105, which I wasn't sure if that was the first appearance of Moondragon or if it just featured her origin. So, it is the first appearance of the character as Moondragon, and it does feature her origin, but her actual first appearance is in this issue right here, Iron Man number 54, where she appears as Madame MacEvil. So, yeah, that name always gets me. So, Out of all the books, this one was probably in the worst shape, probably in that 5.5 range, mainly because of this writing on the cover. Someone wrote 1017, and there's a little ink overspray on the top that bleeds over. But other than that, really nice looking book. And one of the jewels out of that collection that I picked out of there was this one right here, another book that had been on my list for a while, but I just did not want to pay the eBay prices for it. Invincible Iron Man number 47. This is the origin of Iron Man, and interior artwork done by Barry Windsor Smith. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. And to get that book for under $10, sweet. Captain Marvel number 37, and this features, well, there's no real significance to this aside from my personal significance. This is my favorite Captain Marvel cover that was not done by Jim Starlin. So, great cover. I think one of the best Captain Marvel covers out there, period. A couple of upgrades. Captain Marvel number 34, which features, well, the battle that initially ended up killing Captain Marvel against Nuke. So I had a copy of this already, but it was only in VG shape. So very happy to pick this up, especially under for $10. And I would say this is in probably like very fine to very fine plus shape. Same with this issue right here. Captain Marvel number 27. And what is this? The third appearance of Thanos, I guess? And another one. I used to have it in VG, but when I'm trying to complete a run, I will pick up a VG book. It just to hold me off until I can find a better copy. And a better copy, it might take a while, but eventually they always pop up. So super happy to pick this book up. And then I couldn't believe this was still there. Captain Marvel number 18. So let me just back up a little bit. So when I went into my local comic book shop, the one where I pick up my weekly pull list, the owner told me that he just bought a Bronze Age collection. I was like, sweet, and he had 3 long boxes out on the counter. But he asked me to let him go through it first because he had another customer that he gave him a list to pick stuff out for him, and they were already spoken for. So I was like, all right, cool. And then another customer came in, a bigger, a customer that spends a lot more money than I do. So he ended up like letting him go into that box before me. So I was like, whatever. So I wasn't even going to go in there, but I was like, I'll check out whatever's left over in there. And this was there. Captain Marvel number 18, as we all know, as well as with all that other stuff that I just showed you. So Captain Marvel number 18, as we all know now, this is the issue where Carol Danvers somehow gets her powers. A book that is kind of blown up over the past year or so, and now that everything Carol Danvers is super hot after the Avengers Infinity War. So really happy to pick this up. Probably fine minus condition, but still for under $10, I'll take that all day. And we'll end it off with a little Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man number 16, annual number 16, which features the first appearance of the second Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau? I'm not sure. Some more minor appearances, first appearances. Amazing Spider-Man number 212, which features the first appearance of the Hydro Man. Amazing Spider-Man number 209, which features the first appearance of Calypso. She was that crazy voodoo lady from the Todd McFarlane Torment arc. Amazing Spider-Man number 195, which is the second appearance of the Black Cat. I thought I already owned the second appearance of the Black Cat, but I was really wrong. So this is actually the second appearance of the Black Cat, so happy to pick it up. Probably also fine to fine minus condition. And lastly, this is the only other book that I didn't pick up out of that collection, but the store across the street was having a sale, so there was 20% off. It was $40, so I picked it up for $32. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 149, which features the first appearance of the Spider clone, aka Ben Reilly, aka the Scarlet Spider. So very fine plus condition, so very happy to pick this up. I wouldn't necessarily call it the pick of the haul. For the first time ever, I'll have to cop out and do a tie, a triple threat, an ECW triple threat tie between Amazing Spider-Man 149, and we'll throw in, let's see, Captain Marvel number 18, and just for good measure, we'll also throw in the Invincible Iron Man number 47. So, all in all, a pretty good haul. Nothing major out of those collections, but some really pretty good solid keys in there, and just a lot of solid, great Bronze Age stuff. So, that's all that I have for this week. I try to make it short and sweet. I know it's a busy weekend for everyone out there. Have a fun time, safe time out there, and I will be back with my 50th comic book haul in about a month or so. I'm going to try to make it in the tradition of like double-sized anniversary issues. I'll try to make it like a double-size haul, and it will definitely feature my top 2 back issue pickups of the year. So thank you all for watching, liking, subscribing, and have a great weekend out there. Take it easy. See ya.